we have to talk about it. The Dolphins, huge win. Look, you're a Ravens fan, so this is going to be tough for you, but you got to give credit where credit is due.
Oh, yeah.
Tua and this offense, led by Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, absolutely went bonkers. 6 TDs from Tua, massive come from behind victory, 42-38, last second road victory over the Ravens. And there's just this has to be emotions riding high. It feels good to be a Miami Dolphin fan right now. And I want to hear from Dolphins fans specifically. Let us know in the comment section below who you think the MVP of this game was. And look, there's a lot of guys you can name. I'm sure Tua is going to be on this. Hill, Waddle, maybe someone on defense making a big play here or there. Let us know in the comment section below who you think the most valuable player of this game was. But Miles, what are your thoughts on this incredible Dolphins victory?
Well, Nick, it was a very interesting game from snap to snap, from first whistle of the game, rather, to the last whistle of the game, okay? Very first play of the game, Devin Duvernay runs the kickoff back for a touchdown, and I'm setting up this, how crazy this game is. Baltimore goes out to an early lead, Dolphins fire back, but then it comes into halftime 28-7, and you think to yourself, wow. Are we going to see another dominating performance by Baltimore over the Dolphins like there has been a couple in the past? Are they turning the leaf on last year? Are they ready to take over? But then, after the half, the Dolphins made some of the best halftime adjustments I've ever seen. They slowly start to chip away. 14-28, 14-35, 21-35, 28-35, 35-35. And then they hold Baltimore to a crucial field goal, got a big time fumble, and then 42-38, last second touchdown in the last 2 minutes of the game. The Dolphins and Tua just went off. You had two almost 200-yard receivers. Tyreek Hill had 190 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jalen Waddle, 170 yards and 2 touchdowns. Just absurd numbers. I mean, this was an incredible passing game by both teams. It was an incredible offensive display by both teams in general. But you got to think, as a Dolphins fan, this was Tua's coming out party. This is the showing of the offense. This speed from Waddle and Tyreek Hill, the big playability. You have the ability to come back and hit like 70-yard touchdowns like no one's business and win any game, I think. There's never a lead for this Dolphins team that is too insurmountable, don't you think?
Well, and we've talked about this, and it's been one of the big things in the NFL media for a long time, is that with Tyreek Hill joining the Dolphins and Mike McDaniel coming over, Cedric Wilson, Connor Williams, Terron Armstead, it was that the Miami Dolphins are recreating the same Chiefs offense that Pat Mahomes ran, the same kind of style. And this looked eerily similar, right? The big explosive plays, the passing plays. And one of the things that's been going on with the Miami Dolphins franchise that Dolphins fans, it's been a big thing, right? Since the late 90s, since Dan Marino retired, who is going to take the reins of this proud franchise and be the long-term franchise quarterback? The tank for Tua happened. They got him, I think, number 6, number 7 overall. There were some ups and downs under Flores. And here we saw, look at this stat line from Tua, 36 of 50, 469, 6 scores, obviously the game winner. You don't see those kind of numbers. Those are Dan Marino-esque kind of numbers to win a shootout, right? Those are elite level, top flight, Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, whatever kind of numbers. And look, the Ravens have some injuries in the secondary. That's very well known. But this is still a very well coached Ravens football team. This is a good Ravens front seven. He was not doing this against slouches. He wasn't doing this against, a bottom 3 defense. This is a quality defense. And for Tua to come up and put up those kind of numbers, win the game, and to do it when it matters most with the clutch performance at the end, throwing the touchdown pass to Waddle in the final 30 seconds. That shows me a lot about the Dolphins. And this is a Dolphins team right now that is 2-0 in a division where they've already beaten the Patriots and won handily. They beat the Ravens, who are probably going to be one of the top contenders in the AFC going forward. I mean, I look at this Dolphins team, and we alluded to it last week a little bit, that they could potentially contend with Buffalo and maybe compete at the top of the AFC East. And I think they showed they can. Last week, it was the defense. This week is the offense. I think we're looking at a pretty complete football team here.
Yeah, and I love that Tua and the Dolphins offense never let their will get broken. So you think, okay, there was 2 big picks early on, one at the very end right before halftime, and Baltimore drives down the field, gets another touchdown, and you'd think that breaks the will of a lot of teams. But no, they come back out and start firing back out after the half, and then on a 3rd and 2 play, Lamar Jackson breaks a 79-yard touchdown run for a touchdown, and you think, okay, well, that's going to break the back of this Dolphins team. You can't have that happen. But no, they just keep coming out firing, looking at these weak zones, hitting Jalen Waddle. These receivers, people are being like, oh, Baltimore just wasn't getting enough pressure. No, these receivers were open for 5 seconds before the pressure even was an issue, okay? These guys were burning past everybody. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle were unstoppable. And as Tyreek Hill famously said, most accurate quarterback in the NFL, Tua Tagovailoa, was able to make the throws on time, on target, and hit these guys in stride for huge plays. So big ups to the Dolphins. They played an incredible game offensively. Both of us need to go back and reflect defensively on how we're going to stop getting torched in the secondary. But nonetheless, this was a really fun game.